right there. Hey, everybody. It's the African American Hunting Association Outdoor Show. Jamming in the Mississippi mud. Right on, y'all. Yeah.
Rolling through bushes and creeping downstream. Shotguns, bows, it's all the same thing. Fishing poles and handguns, it's all in good fun. Reclaiming our hunting heritage towards your gun. It's the African American Hunting Show. Taking back the tools that we were giving before. It's the African American Hunting Show. Going back to the woods with guns, rods, and bows. It's the African American Hunting Show. Taking back the tools that we were giving before. It's the African American Hunting Show. Going back to the woods with guns, rods, and bows. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the African American Hunting Association Outdoor Show. And man, we just got back from Mississippi, Don. Give me some.
It was a good trip. Good trip.
It was a very good trip. We went to Mississippi, which is, as we say, our adopted home, and we had a great trip. We were hosted by some wonderful people, and we've got that footage for you, courtesy of Donnell, who did just a wonderful job as our videographer on this trip. So we're going to be showing you that. Don, give us your impression of the trip.
My impression of the trip was I was right at home. I've spent many summers in Mississippi, and just to be able to hunt and get out with the fellas was superb for me. Only this time, my gun was my camera, and so next time I got to make sure to have an actual gun in my hand to shoot.
Yeah, we're going to do that too. Well, we started out, and the weather was really quite chilly and rainy when we got there. And we ended up really being in the Mississippi mud, which is just, man.
As they call it, buckshot.
And it was very, very slippery. And,
I think it was more sticky than slippery.
Well,
We'll get to that.
We went out that first morning, and I was following Donnell and our good friend Don Berry, who was our host, across a muddy field. And I got behind them a little bit, and then all of a sudden, the ground reached up, grabbed my knee, and sucked me down into the muck and the mire. And
well, as this was happening, I looked back and saw a hand sticking out the mud and noticed it was my dad. But really, yeah, that Mississippi buckshot is a doozy. Wouldn't you say that?
Right. And meanwhile, the deer were running across a field about 250 yards right in front of us. And Don was screaming at us, "Hey, you guys, look at there!" And I had mud in my gun and everything else. But Don Berry did make an exceptional shot with that SKS.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the shot on camera because Don had the camera as I was helping Dad out the mud. So, but
what we did get, though, as you can see here on this film, is that Don is walking out in the mud to this deer, and his head is as you can see, is coming up periodically. He's still not dead yet, and as you'll see in a moment, Don will have to put one in him there to humanely dispatch that deer. It turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful 8-point, and man, just like you saw in the opening there, those guys came out with the 4-wheelers and got that deer, and we took it back to town. And right there in Cary, Mississippi, we were actually hunting in Anguilla, Mississippi, on some family property of Don's, and we appreciate that opportunity to do that with some young men who were out of Anguilla. And man, they were some just wonderful guys. Bump and TL were the two guys driving the 4-wheelers, and their friends. And they took the deer back to town. We all went back, kind of caravaned, kind of showed it off in Anguilla a little bit, and then we went back to Cary.
Did you see this hog? Look at this hog. Grab his horn.
yeah,
See this hog? This is what we have to do to get a deer in Mississippi. We do not mess around, baby. Heavy outdoors. Right. Killed in the Armstrong wood.
Mississippi at its finest.
We did a drive this morning and couldn't get the camera ready. But as you see, we got meat and that's what counts. And you can definitely see us in the field.
Showed it off in Anguilla a little bit, and then we went back to Cary, and then they took it over to a gentleman's house out in the backyard and strung it up, and they began to skin that deer, and they skinned it and they cut it up, Don, and they shared with everybody, and it was really neat. Yeah.
Get over.
Boy got a plastic bag on.
Yeah. Can't get this camera away.
What we gotta call you?
Let me shoot Chuck now. Look, what is it?
Now that night, what was really, really, really good was they had a party for us in the club in the center of Cary, Mississippi. Now, this is what, traditionally you might call a juke joint. People come on Saturday night, Friday night, coming sometimes straight out the fields, and it's a club, and they can shoot pool and maybe have a beverage and just party and laugh and talk and have a good time. Maybe do a little dancing too on that wood floor.
Maybe so.
Yeah. So, but this is some of the footage of the club where they hosted us in Cary, Mississippi, and I want to tell you, these guys just extended much love to us.
In your business, up in your face, talk about home records, shine like it to you, patch on your back. Oh yeah, sure. That we burn. Lay your head on my pillow.
Go get him. Get back in a little bit.
Hey everybody, it's Donnie Adair, and I'm at the New Phillip Hunting Club in Cary, Mississippi, baby. And we're just looking at these beautiful, beautiful deer heads up here on the wall. Got some 8 points and some 6 points. I don't know if y'all do Pope and Young or any of that stuff, but I don't really count my numbers. I just look at how beautiful they are. Come on over, guys. I just want to introduce you guys on camera. Get you to introduce yourself. You're Ray, right?
Yeah.
And give me your full name, Ray.
Ellis Stamps.
All right. And
Larry Jackson.
Larry Jackson.
Michael Lindsay.
Michael, what's up?
Robert C.
Robert, come on in a little closer, you guys. Tell us, we're talking about how your club got together. Tell us a little bit about your club. What happened? How did you get such a nice club?
Well, we had been out in the cold, approximately around about 10 years. And we decided, you know, it was getting too cold to build, you know, to build them little bonfires and things. And we got together, and we actually everybody we got together and just pitched in. And everybody we got, you know, pitched in and just got together and just built, you know, got a little help from a guy called Kellogg.
And somebody just donate a site that you can use for it, and then people donate materials and things like that. So how often you guys get together?
Well, we only during this time of the year when deer season open, we get together pretty often, pretty regular.
If somebody get one, you get on the horn and come by, bring it by the club and celebrate it and show it and everything.
Right.
And you too. That's cool. And that's it. He's sharing that meat too. You know, I heard a really nice thing too. We just came from a dinner party for us and introducing us down the street. But I heard you guys give a lot of meat to families and things who need meat. I think that's great.
Yeah, we do that.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up doing that, you know. Like I say, all of us grew up together, you know, we hunted together. We never had a club, never formed a club. We just, Friday, hey guys, all of us going hunting. You know, everybody meet up Saturday morning. We're in the woods all day. We come back, everybody, you know, whatever we kill, if we don't cook some right then, you know, we split it up, divide it, and then, you know, somebody come around and say, well, hey, do you think you can give me some deer meat? You know, some elder person that don't hunt.
Right.
And, you know, we just, over the years, everybody gave out.
That's beautiful.
And, you know.
We're doing the same thing, but we haven't done it in a big way like you guys have done it. But I want to thank you guys for inviting us to the clubhouse, and hopefully we'll get back here every year. This is what we call our adopted home because, you know, my in-laws are here, his grandparents are here. It gives us a chance to come down and see them, but it's also probably the best hunting in the country. So it's really good to be here. Let's get on back to the party.
Let's do that.
All right. Thank you.
Nice meeting.
Hey everybody, welcome to African American Hunting Association's Outdoor Show. I'm here at the Beaver Dam Hunt Club in Louise, Mississippi. I know that. We've been doing nicknames for the last week. We've been learning everybody's nickname. But I appreciate you guys having us out at the club today. We didn't get anything, but you had some beautiful stands and some food plots and rode us around on your bikes, and we really appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about this club.
Well, it's probably been here about 20, 22 years or something like that. We got like 15 members. That's a member, Sammy. That's one of our old members, but he put us down. He said he's coming back.
All right.
It's pretty nice out here. We enjoy it. And
But now, how many stands you running out here?
Probably 10 around here.
About how many acres?
Probably about right at 400, just all together right here.
All right. And what are you running in them food plots? What are you growing in
We
there?
can run a game mix, and it's another one that Sammy bought this year. What was that Sammy you bought this year?
Super buck mix.
Yeah,
Super Buck.
mix.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, we definitely want to thank Donnell Berry out of Cary, Mississippi. Man, that's y'all getting deer back here.
Man, it's just what we keep.
I know, huh? Are you getting this for a blooper?
Nah, bring that head on here.
All of them standing in the field down there on the joint. My truck, you want your head put on your car. Y'all gonna get me stood up.
Them two fighting, they still fighting over there.
You want me to turn this around to y'all? They want to see it's rags. Don't tell them loose, cause they'll fall and break. Y'all know you got them blue. These ain't nothing but some dough with some homes they found. These dough, if they keep on, they're gonna be done.
Hey,
head. Get away from me before I bust you. Look,
That's stupid. They ain't none of it.
All of
I call him
these
head. That's what I call him head. Look. Hey, Dwight, I call him head. He didn't want this magnum. I know he don't want none of this. Donnie, you getting it?
Yeah. Don't get ready to buy something.
I ain't got time to do nothing. I ain't buying nothing. You want me to get us some real. Dwight, you got one more bad move to make.
Hey, this is the African American Hunting Association outdoor show, and we're still on our Mississippi trip. And we're here in Delta City, and we're at Woods and Water Taxidermy, and I've got Vicki Woods, one of the co-owners and one of the artists. And wow, Vicki, you do some beautiful work. We're here with Don Berry, of course, our host, who's bringing his big 8-point that I should have shot if I wasn't stuck in the mud at that time the other day. But you're going to do the work for him, but you just have some beautiful examples of the kind of work you do. I'm looking at this snake here. Tell us about that.
This is a snake that my brother-in-law brought in. He brought it to us alive. He got it in Delta National, not too far from here.
And that's a rattlesnake?
It is, it is.
That's a big one. Yeah. And you told me you did the squirrel, too.
Right.
Okay.
That's one of our customer squirrels. We're just waiting on him to pick it up. And it's kind of unique because it has a white tail.
Let me ask, how long have you guys been in business? Now, your husband, Tim, is a co-owner and a major artist?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
We've been doing the taxidermy commercially for about 16 years now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
What kind of animals have you done? You do
Just
mostly
about
deer?
Mostly deer. That's really our money-making thing is the deer. But we do all the fish, bass, crappie. We do rainbow trout. Okay. And we also do the small animals, the squirrels, the ducks, we do the turkeys. Okay. So anything that is legally taken, we can mount.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Vicki, tell us how you got started.
My husband's been doing this since he was 12 years old, and it was a correspondence course at first. And he mounted some small animals like birds and small deer. And then he kind of, got out of it, got into carpentry and did some other things. He and his brothers were carpenters, and his brother killed a big deer one year, and he wanted Timmy to try to mount it. Mm-hmm. And so he went back to studying. And how
old was Tim at this time?
Well, this was 16, 17 years ago.
He's a teenager. Mm-hmm.
And so he started studying again, and we would go to Memphis to all the shows and the seminars is really what helped us. Okay. And we both went, and we both learned to be taxidermists, and then we started our own business.
Well, great, great. You do such a wonderful job.
Well, I appreciate that. We try really hard.
Well, thank you for letting us in your shop
Sure.
and browsing around, and we're going to take some other pictures of some of the beautiful mounts that you have. And we want to tell people, if you're in the Mississippi area, it's Woods and Water Taxidermy in Delta City. Give them a call. We'll put the number up on the screen so that you can contact them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Just wanted to say a few things more about this Mississippi trip. One thing I wanted to share with you is our little evening walk with Percy Chocolate. And Percy's is my father-in-law, and he's Donnell's granddad. And we hadn't been down there. Donnell hadn't been in several years.
Granddaddy, we're going to make you famous. You're going to be all on TV. You're going to be all on TV.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. Everybody going to know Percy Chocolate. Watch.
We went out on this walk right down from the house about, I'd say about half a mile. Some wonderful neighbors, Robert Lewis and Hattie, invited us to hunt on their land. And Percy was going to show us this property that we were going to hunt the next morning. So we went out for just a beautiful, beautiful walk. This is like a week before Christmas. It's like 70 degrees, 65 or 70 in the evening. I mean, even the mosquitoes were out. And it was just a nice walk, and Percy told us where we might find game the next morning. Notice this beautiful sign there. The Caldwells have a boat launch. Nobody, of course, is fishing this time of year, but as you can see here, you can rent you a boat for $5, launch your own boat for $3. But whoa, watch out for the alligators.
Granddaddy, let's see if he's a bad man. We're gonna see if he a bad man. As they say, a bad mother, shut your mouth. Huh? Watch him, Granddaddy. You low.
To the right.
Almost. Alright. You're right on it though. You kill a deer with that. A hair high. Hair low. Let me try.
I don't want that thing to go up in there. All right.
Finally, let me just say we really appreciated the hospitality of Dorothy and Percy Chocolate down there in Fittler. Man, my room is always ready. The food is always hot. We had grits and bacon and deer sausage every morning, and eggs and toast, and Dorothy fixed Christmas dinner for us before we left. So that was really, really nice. Beautiful hospitality, and that's the way it is when you come down south and you come to Mississippi. So thank everybody, all the guys in Anguilla and all the guys in Louise, Mississippi, and also in Cary, Mississippi, for their great hospitality. And we'll see you in the field.
There's not really anything left. You want to leave the camera, why you have to wait for it to count? It's all the same thing. Get your phone in, it's all a good fun. Reclaiming our hunting heritage towards your gun. It's the African American hunting show. Take it back to tools that we were given before. It's the African American hunting show. Going back to the woods, guns, rods, and bows. It's the African American hunting show. Take it back to tools that we were given before. It's the African American hunting show. Going back to the woods, guns, rods, and bows. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Right there. Hey everybody, it's the African American Hunting Association Outdoor Show. Jamming in the Mississippi mud, right out, yo! Yeah!